Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the fifth and final video of Vintage Week. It's actually gone really fast doing daily videos this week, and I hope you guys have enjoyed all of the content over the past week going over different vintage related subject matter. It's been really fun to put together, so thank you guys so much for watching. I've really enjoyed putting together a little series, so I definitely want to do more things like this in the future. So let me know if you guys have any ideas for future series topics. But for today's video, I thought it would be fun to look at a little bit of vintage style inspiration. One of my favorite sources of style inspiration is the movies. I love old movies and new movies, and looking at what the actors are wearing on screen is always really interesting to me. It was what really got me into fashion when I was younger, thinking about costume design and how that helped to tell the story of the film and different things like that. So today I thought it would be fun to share with you my top 10 favorite classic movies for style inspiration, and that's a very specific title, but I hope this is fun for you guys and gives you some ideas both for outfits and for maybe a movie night in the next couple of weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in and go over this list. I will be including some imagery in this video, so if you want to find the sources for those images, you can look in the description box down below. So I thought I'd start this list off with one of my favorite movies of all time. It is Sabrina, starring Audrey Hepburn and Humphrey Bogart. It is a wonderful movie and one of my absolute favorites. And it was the first Audrey Hepburn movie that I saw that really made me understand why people love her style so much. This is the first film she made where her pieces were designed by Givenchy. And as much as I love the really over-the-top beautiful evening gowns and things like that, what really stands out to me in Sabrina are the more simple outfits. One of my favorite looks in this movie is when she shows up at the Largo building and says she can't go out because she is dressed very simply, and she has black trousers on with a simple black top and flats, and I just think it looks so chic with the big earrings that she has paired with it. I also love the look she wears when she's washing the car, the plaid shirt and shorts, very casual and off-duty but super cute as well. So there are so many great looks in Sabrina, and it's one of my favorite films. I love the storyline, the music, the costumes, the acting. Everything is so beautiful in that film, so if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Up next on my list is a film that's pretty new to me. I saw it a couple of years ago for the first time, and it is called Holiday. It stars Cary Grant and Katharine Hepburn, who are two of my favorite actors. I just love them. And Katharine Hepburn's style is so unique for the time period. I love how she wore trousers and made them look so glamorous back in the 30s and 40s. She was one of the first women in Hollywood to really make that a thing, so I love that about her. And in Holiday, she wears a lot of great looks. I particularly love her evening gown in the New Year's Eve scene. I think it's just so glamorous, and I love that really fitted silhouette of it, and then the really flowy skirt as well. So that is just such a fun film. Cary Grant is always hilarious in his early roles, and I love watching him in this one. And then the pairing of Cary Grant and Katharine Hepburn is just awesome, so I love this movie as well, and Katharine Hepburn just looks stunning through the whole film. Next up is Three Coins in the Fountain, and this is a pretty new one to me as well. I first saw it last summer, and I really enjoyed it, especially after having visited Italy. This film is about three American women who visit Rome and throw coins in the Trevi Fountain, and it's about kind of their lives living abroad in Rome, but I absolutely love the fashion in this movie. The film stars Dorothy McGuire, Jean Peters, and Maggie McNamara as the three women who are in Italy, and the fashion is very quintessentially 1950s. It's really beautiful, and I love the color in this film. If you're looking for good vacation outfit inspiration, I think this would be a great place to look. I love the summery feeling of a lot of the different looks, and it's one of those films that just feels like an epic Hollywood masterpiece, so it's really fun to watch. Next up on my list is Key Largo, starring Lauren Bacall and Humphrey Bogart, who are probably my favorite Hollywood couple of all time. I just love them, and I love Lauren Bacall because she has my name, so that's pretty cool to me. And this is actually the first film I saw with the two of them together in it, and while the fashions that Lauren Bacall wears in this film are really simple, I think she actually just wears one outfit throughout the entirety of it. I just really love her laid back, cool vibe in all of her films, and this one just stood out to me as a really cool casual outfit for that era. She just had a really unique style, I think, for the time period, and ultimate cool girl type of look. Key Largo is set during a hurricane, and it features gangster activity and some interesting stuff like that, so if you are looking for a slightly more adventurous old movie, that might be a good one to check out. I remember it being quite suspenseful. Next up is To Catch a Thief, starring Cary Grant and Grace Kelly, and I absolutely love the styles in this film. This is an Alfred Hitchcock beautiful movie set in Monaco, and Grace Kelly's outfits in this movie are beautiful. It's a lot of really unique dresses, and I just love them. One of my favorites is the little pink and white day dress she wears while they're driving around Monaco, and it's just a really beautiful film. So if you haven't seen this one, it's a really good one and a great one to get you into Alfred Hitchcock movies if you haven't watched any of them before. I think it's the most cinematic dramatic of his movies that I've seen, so I really enjoy it. Next up is Laura, starring Dana Andrews and Gene Tierney, and this is a film noir mystery type of movie, and it's really good. It's really entertaining, and I think it really keeps your attention well, which can be difficult for older movies. And I think that the fashion in this is just beautiful as well. Very quintessentially 1940s, that very glamorous old Hollywood type of look. So if you're looking for a fun mystery type of movie, this one's really good, and I love Gene Tierney's style in this one. Another movie with 3 leading ladies is How to Marry a Millionaire. This one stars Lauren Bacall, Betty Grable, and Marilyn Monroe, and I really love this one. It's quite comedic and just really entertaining and fun to watch. It's about 3 women who live in an apartment in New York City, I believe, and they are basically trying to get married to rich men, so it's kind of an interesting premise, but the fashion is really great in this one, and I love the 3 distinctive personalities that the style takes in this movie with the 3 different leading ladies, so that's really cool. And of course Lauren Bacall is my favorite because she has the slightly more serious style, which I just think is really cool, and I love her look throughout the film, so it's a really fun one as well. Charade is the next one on my list. This stars Audrey Hepburn and Cary Grant, and it is very much a thriller type of film. It feels a lot like an Alfred Hitchcock type of movie if you've seen a lot of his work, but it actually was not made by him, and I love Audrey Hepburn in the 1960s. I think that's when her style really started to shine. Charade is a super fun movie, and it's just fun to get to see Cary Grant and Audrey Hepburn in the same film, and I really enjoyed this one. And if you like Alfred Hitchcock movies, you will definitely like this one. The next one on my list is definitely a seasonal favorite, but it is White Christmas, and White Christmas is just such a classic, and I absolutely love it. It has amazing 50s fashion, and I particularly love Rosemary Clooney's style in this film. Vera Ellen's is beautiful as well, but Rosemary Clooney really just stands out to me, and I love it. So if you have not seen White Christmas, it is a great one. It's kind of a weird time of year to watch it, I guess, but it's just a great movie, and it's really funny as well. Very comedic. Danny Kaye is hilarious, so if you have not seen it, it's definitely a must watch. And then the last one on my list today is definitely the most related to fashion specifically. It is Funny Face, starring Fred Astaire, Audrey Hepburn, and Kay Thompson. I love this movie. It's a musical, and it is just so colorful and vibrant. Audrey Hepburn plays a girl who works in a bookstore who gets scouted to model in Paris, so it's definitely a fun one, and all of the costumes are just very over the top because she is doing modeling in the late 1950s. All the designs are done by Givenchy, and it's just really vibrant and beautiful. So if you like fashion, you like Audrey Hepburn, and you haven't seen this one's great. It's also a musical, so if you like musicals, it's got that going for it as well. So it's just a great all-around fun movie that I would highly recommend. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed these little peeks at some of my favorite films for style inspiration. These all have such beautiful outfits in them, and I hope that you got 1 or 2 to add to your list. Let me know if you've seen any of these, and if so, which ones were your favorites, and also let me know what your recommendations are for movies for style inspiration down in a comment below. Thank you guys again so much for keeping up with this series, and if you'd like to subscribe to my channel and you have not already done so, I would really appreciate it. You can just click that subscribe button down below, and then I will be back on Monday, guys, with a new video. So I will talk to you then. I hope you all have a great Easter weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye! Lost in the sight of you alone. Here I'll stay till